Alright, if you're thinking about when you grew up, is there any job that you think you would like to do? Yes.
I like to be an electrician.
Why do you think you'd like to be an electrician?
Because I like to make things work.
Very good.
Bricklayers are being hired in the UK from elsewhere in the European Union because of a shortage of workers here. This is according to a study by the employment group Manpower. It says bricklayers from Portugal are being paid £1,000 a week to work here. Manpower says 1 in 3 large construction firms in London turns down bidding opportunities because of a shortage of skilled workers. Where are the British brickies?
Youth unemployment in Britain is close to 1 million. The numbers continue to rise even as adult unemployment is falling. Government incentives have boosted short-term courses and a plethora of paper qualifications from private training providers. But these are failing to deliver the skills that employers need. London and the South East are at the forefront of economic growth. But when it comes to training up the next generation of skilled staff, it is lagging well behind. According to the Association of Accounting Technicians and the Centre for Economics and Business Research, apprenticeships in particular are underprovided for in an area where greater funding of on-the-job training is needed, despite the fact that report after report has called for greater investment in science, technology, engineering and mathematics skills. Apprenticeships in these areas have declined by almost 30% between 2011 and 2013. It is suggested that by 2020, 1.6 million professional and technical jobs will be created, and this represents a real opportunity for those interested in joining professional sectors such as HR, accounting, finance, and other related office skills.
The reason I chose to go down the finance line with this apprenticeship is I've always known that I like doing the accountancy things, I've always looked into it and always found it interesting, and obviously where I find it interesting, I do like doing it, and I find that I do well at what I do.
How is it? All right. Yeah, you're coming down to the line, all right.
As well as new and emerging businesses, our cherished heritage craft sector, where skills learned and passed down over centuries, is also at risk and should not be overlooked.
I have a particular interest in heritage craft and have sought through my own charitable work, particularly through the Prince's Trust, for instance, to help preserve traditional crafts and to encourage young people to pursue them as a livelihood and a vocation. The difficulty, of course, is whether they can pass on these particular skills to others before they're lost.
Apprenticeships are a really good way of learning a skill that can lead to a really fulfilling and interesting career. Without serving an apprenticeship, I wouldn't have learnt the things that I needed. I wouldn't have learnt boat building, and I wouldn't have learnt the skills to work with other people.
A large proportion of future jobs will be created in sectors that rely on vocational education and qualifications. According to the CEBR, forecasts suggest a growing requirement in pharmaceuticals, digital and green technology. If small businesses are to continue to create jobs and by definition reduce unemployment, skill shortages will become even more apparent and become an ever greater challenge. Apprenticeships offer an opportunity to satisfy that need and train the future workforce, creating the talent to take us through to the next century. The search for the right talent at the moment is costing the UK economy in time an estimated £18 billion. People need careers. They need to feel that the society that they are part of is one where they can contribute. and at the same time receive a feeling of satisfaction and also benefit from. A truly inclusive society is where each individual's input leads to a more community-based identification. Appreciating the skills of another will help motivate the workforce to being part of an increasingly connected world. Local government is not only actively encouraging apprenticeships by providing funding to employers to take on young people, but they're also providing opportunities within their own organisation, realising that there is a need to nurture local talent.
What made me choose a business admin apprentice was really the fact, especially with KCC, such a vast company, was the fact that actually I did some work experience in the summer before I started here, and I really enjoyed organising and looking after other people, you know, booking things and researching things and sorting out other people's diaries and going to meetings and taking minutes. I've always kind of liked to be quite organised. I've always been quite an organised person. So really this kind of was the role for me. I want to be a PA in the future, so I really think this is going to help me.
Motivate, learn, value and earn fit very well into apprenticeships because you motivate yourself to do your CV, to get your resume up to date and to go into the interview confident and to get the apprenticeship. You then learn on the job, you get the skills you need, and then you value the job you do, for example, fixing problems, seeing the smiles on their faces, and then you earn the money at the end of the day and you can progress from there. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, that's fine, Michael. Thank you very much for your help.
you.
I really appreciate it.
What is motivating employers to consider taking on apprentices?
Re-establishing apprenticeships and recognising the importance of them has been a great motivator for me, and it's been really wonderful working with people from other cathedrals, for instance, who have the same share the same enthusiasm for apprenticeships. We've managed to have. We've set up something called the Cathedrals Workshop Fellowship, which shares apprenticeship training. We've increased the amount of time that we expect our apprentices to train for, and we've broadened and deepened the quality of the training that those apprentices receive.
Is our present educational system delivering what is required and needed for the future of our country and our children?
Well, I think people should be aware that university is not the only option once you've finished school, because I mean I speak for myself when I say I didn't even know what an apprenticeship was, and I'd never heard of stonemasonry or like anything other than just going to university and studying like law or English or history or just any of the normal things that people go to university and study. So I think people just need to be made aware that it's not the only route.
The traditional route is one of ending kind of at GCSE level, taking one's A-levels and then off to university. Now that doesn't absolutely suit every single circumstance. So I think it's a case of tailoring the lifelong learning, the educational offer to many different circumstances.
Education needs to reflect society's needs, and vocational training is essential to provide the skills that are required.
Given a choice between two people, I would always pick somebody who's done a proper apprenticeship rather than one that's done a £16,000 course.
I love my job, and I think apprenticeships are the way forwards, really, because you have hundreds of people leaving school, all with A-levels and going to university and doing similar courses, and all of these people come out of university in a horrendous amount of debt with a degree that thousands of other people have the exact same thing of, and no job.
Whether your interests lie in current technology and the digital world, or maybe more traditional trades, there are at present over 500,000 unfilled vacancies in the UK because of skill shortages. A higher skilled workforce and a more efficient process of matching candidates with new vacancies could lead to productivity gains that would make a real difference.
I think with apprenticeships, I don't think the government back us up as well as they could do. I know it has increased a lot more over the years. I know for certain since I've started doing the apprenticeship. I don't think there's enough offered, even when you are at school, to get you the life skills that you need for the future.
I'm starting with a capital letter, and then I'm making sure all the letters join onto the next one and flow into each other.
If the education system is to deliver what is required for the future of our country and our children, it is imperative that we provide them with the appropriate skills necessary for the 21st century.
In these words. Yes.
You didn't dot the I on line.
Very good. Yeah. I didn't dot the I.
During my time as an apprentice, I've learnt a lot of new skills, and I'm lucky enough to be able to pass them down to other apprentices now.
What you learn by doing an apprenticeship is fantastic, and while earning what you learn is just a bonus, really.
Advice I'd give any friends or people I know would definitely be to take up an apprenticeship. You can earn while you learn. It's such a positive thing, you know, going into work. It's made me such a better person. I'm more confident.
Don't be a fool. Hire an apprentice. They are immense value to your business in the short term, the immediate term, and the long term. It's as simple as that. It's the simplest thing to do, to hire an apprentice. It's not arduous. There's no scary things around the corner. And if you are serious about your business and succession planning, simply appoint an apprentice.